on show, Gurseema's Gup-Shup. And you must be wondering that a quite a famous and a familiar face today the frame of Gup-Shup is showing. Yes, an adorable personality, and she's a fairy, a princess for me. Not less than this. Yes, because I know her right from the time of her schooling.
Okay.
So yes, she's been connected to NGO Mission League. So today, on the behalf of my entire team, I would like to welcome the fame and the glamorous face of our town, the singer and that the melodious voice of Hargun Kaur. Very warm welcome, Hargun.
Thank
to Gurseema's
you.
Gup-Shup. So yes, of course, you must be wondering कि आज तो sixer छोड़ दिया गुरसीमा ने. Yes, you are right. By God's grace, by Vaiguru's grace, things happen. So Hargun, let's start with your Gup-Shup, and I hope my audience gonna enjoy it, and it's gonna be a memorable chit chat.
I'm
right?
sure.
Hargun, we have a segment first that is Rubaru.
Correct.
आपकी कहानी, आपकी जुबानी. Though of course the audience may not would like to have this Rubaru with you because they know they are already acquainted to you. But still, once from your from your side, we would like to listen to you. Please.
Hello everyone, and thank you for having me on
Pleasure is all
Gup-Shup.
mine.
Didi, we've known each other for like more than a decade now.
Yes.
That's what we were discussing right before we started to like shoot this bit today. And it has been what 15 days, 15 years or maybe
Yes,
more.
because she was quite in this very junior class when
Yes.
she got acquainted to NGO Mission Deep. And Mission Deep, we just started with our this journey.
Correct.
And then we had one event, G Awards, where
G
she
Awards.
sang the song Ashine. So, Gana bhi sunna. Yes, I know that. I will. Please, let's focus for your life, how you started with this, about your parents, everything. Chalo.
I started when I was 3 years old.
3 years old.
Yes.
So, it was a song?
Yeah, it was actually not a song or anything, but I think like at 3, no one, not the child cannot actually
It's
figure
like,
out things.
It's not even the
Huh.
it's a playpen school, you can say, when you just entered with the playpen school.
3, yes, correct. So my parents saw that inclination towards music that I
At that age of
at that age.
Okay.
Because we had one harmonium which was like my dadi ma's harmonium.
Okay.
And वो कीर्तन करते सी थे.
अच्छा, अच्छा,
We
अच्छा,
had
अच्छा.
that harmonium, and I used to try to like play. Although
Because you have seen your grandma
Huh.
doing that.
correct.
So that was so we can say that the first spark that ignited in you was from that harmonium.
Absolutely.
That dadi's harmonium.
Absolutely.
मतलब दादी माँ की recipe again works in your case.
Absolutely, that's where it all started. And then
Okay.
I used to, obviously I could not play because I was too tiny
Yes.
to even
I
reach to
agree.
the bellow of like
Right, I
harmonium.
agree.
So then mama papa used to like teach me jingles, and both of my parents are very avid listeners. They listen to some amazing artists like Ghulam Ali Khan Sahab, Lata ji, Nusrat Ali Khan Sahab, and
Okay.
Mehndi Hasan Khan Sahab.
So it means it is the inclination towards music is right from your parents, your grandparents. So it's in the blood, somewhere. It's
Yes.
in the blood.
Although no one is in the profession
Should not be
otherwise,
singing. Okay.
but
So you were the first one to mark the niche in this field.
I'm trying to. And so they were truly excited, and it started on the first day, I believe, the day I was born.
Okay.
My mom, she named me Ghazal, so that's my nickname.
Acha, Ghazal is your
Yes.
nickname.
Correct.
Hargun is to Hargun.
Hargun is my official name. Hargun मेरा नाम मेरे दादाजी ने रखा.
Okay.
After eventually जो नाम रख दिया किसी भी बच्चे का. But then when I was born, the day I was born, and the doctor told my mom that it's a girl, so she named me Ghazal. चलो Ghazal.
Chalo Ghazal. And once your mom, thought you were a Ghazal. Mama ने जिस टाइम कहते था Ghazal, तो बस Ghazal छिड़ गई.
छिड़ गए.
Ghazal छिड़ गई. So ताल साहब छिड़ गए. So that's
बिल्कुल.
See, I feel that it's always from the mother's womb you get something very important traits of your personality.
Correct.
So
Absolutely.
this is again, I agree that she has got
And
blessings from her mother.
that really, it was prophetic. Like मतलब उन्होंने पहले दिन, she never knew. I mean, who can think of
Who can
like
think of that? That's very true. It's very
so
true.
in that case it
ठीक है जी. So
started
Ghazal
like
was
that.
born.
Yes,
And
and
Ghazal actually initiated.
correct. And then I started performing in school. My parents, asked they.
Your schooling is from
My schooling is from DAV Public, Lawrence Road, Amritsar.
DAV Public.
Yes.
Okay.
So my
And
parents.
who was your principal at that time?
At that time when I joined, it was Puri ma'am, and
Okay.
then she retired when I was in probably fifth standard,
And then you had?
and then we had Neera ma'am.
Neera Sharma.
Neera.
Neera ma'am, I am going to share this episode with you because we already had a Gup-Shup with you, Neera Sharma ma'am, and this is going to be again a beautiful, pleasure for you that you're going to enjoy our Gup-Shup.
Absolutely, I love the charm that she has.
Exactly, I agree.
That's infectious. Her smile is infectious.
Right. So, from here your journey started. Then you went to the school, like you talk about DAV. So
Correct.
there also you performed certain things. You
I
kept on-
performed. I used to, Mama, Papa, they used to send me for a morning activity 1 hour
Okay.
before the school started.
Okay, before the school started.
Yes. To the school, we had like morning activity classes at school, and I was totally blessed to be studying in a school where the music faculty was massive. Generally in schools they would have like a music teacher or two, and that's it.
Right.
But DAV Public had like a massive faculty of music in the Cant branch, which is for the kids, and the main
Okay.
branch at Lawrence Road. And I started performing in all the
So
functions.
school was
and
the
stuff.
first, where you started your learning with all
Absolutely.
the professional,
Correct.
guides and everything.
Yes, I was not in. I started training at a later age, but when I started at 3 initially, my parents always had plans कि एनु सिखावांगे.
Music.
हाँ,
Right.
but we could execute it quite late.
Okay.
But in school I was learning so much. They used to teach us Ved mantras, and we had to perform that, like the school choir had to perform
Choir
that.
has to perform.
And so
So
I
was
just
it happened that every time when you in a group you used to sing, your music teacher used to point ki, yeah, she's having a better rhythm than, or it was like in
Correct.
a group you were already being noticed by your mentors that you can perform well.
I was probably one of the youngest at that time
Okay.
in the choir.
Right.
So there were senior people.
Right.
They were doing better than me, of course. But then everyone loved me so much, and I used to just listen to it. I was initially not in the choir as well. I used to listen to the Ved mantras and everything.
But you
that
started
they were doing.
enjoying the music at that time?
I started enjoying. I did not really enjoy getting up early in the
Catching
morning.
up right in the morning for the class, that was the only point.
That was-
And no student, I suppose the same was the case if I talk about my schooling.
Otherwise, I enjoyed.
Otherwise you enjoy, that was the only part. So they should have somewhat, the classes around 12ish,
I know.
So
I
that's
wish
supposed
so.
not to. And all the mentors who are going to listen, they say, Gurseema, what are you teaching on the stage? So that's, it's only the Gup-Shup, nothing truth in it. Okay, so that was the time. Then one class, another class, and after you reached 10. When was the time when you reached on that, the TV screen? What was that time that you actually paved your way to reach to the TV screen?
Initially, like when I was in 3rd grade, probably I started learning also by then.
Okay.
I started learning from Mr. Narendra Srivastava. He is one of the faculty members at DAV only.
Okay.
So I started going to him for classes and stuff. So he told me all the initial basics.
Okay.
And how to go about it, and then after 1 or 2 years this competition happens. It's called Surtarang. So
Okay.
it's like a national level competition. I qualified Amritsar's round, then quarter finale, semi finale, and I reached the finale, and I was like, okay.
Okay, that's amazingly good. So Surtarang,
Correct.
and where it was telecast?
That was not
Okay.
on any television,
Okay.
but it was like a huge competition, and from there they used to pick children for television shows.
Okay.
So that was like a massive breakthrough for me as a child. I was approximately 9 years old.
Okay.
And at that time, I had also, in school, I was given a double promotion from 3rd to 5th directly.
What an amazing point. So it was like
हाँ,
like this.
like this.
मतलब कि सुरताल इतने सेट हो गए कि 2 क्लासेस ही जंप हो गई आपकी.
Ash.
क्या बात है, क्या बात है. So I mean, where parents always feel that music gonna be be a hindrance
Correct.
for the education. You never know it gonna provide accelerate the education system for your child also.
100%.
If that keen interest is there.
I really feel that today. I mean, as a child, I did not realize that, but today I feel that it really helps you
For
focus
the
a lot.
concentration, for
Correct.
focusing and everything.
Else, I am very easily distractible.
Acha, okay.
You can distract me in just 1 second.
Okay.
But music has helped me stabilize my thought
Right.
and everything else.
So
And then
then-
from there, like, I performed in front of 10,000 people, and there was Ismail Darbarji, Himesh Reshamya and all these people were there. And
Right.
and the next day I was on, all the national, newspapers. HT
Newspapers.
covered me.
How you felt?
I
Because
don't know.
that
I
was
can't
the
even
first-
tell you how I felt because no one expected. Even my parents were like, "ठीक है जा रहे हैं, ठीक है."
जा रहे हैं।
मतलब वापस ही आना है, कुछ होना है।
So that was the time when you ended, when that was, it's a sort of the war when the contestants are actually,
I know, and
struggling for that peak situation.
And I was very sluggish as a child, very chilled out child.
Okay.
So I was not at all bothered about.
So when you went to the national television, how you felt that when your cousins, when your friends used to see, ki, yeah, that, you are there and judges are giving the comments and all that.
That was surreal, and also it also instilled in me I'm the only child. So
I agree.
In that case, I don't say I'm pampered, but I'm not pampered at all. And people who say like
I felt she being the only must be the very much adorable
नहीं,
and that chulbuluza wala bacha. Then that's fine. That's why she's doing so good, guys. That's the only reason.
Yeah, my parents have kept that
Balance.
absolute balance where they know where to draw the line.
Where to draw the lines.
And
Okay.
when that happened, Surtarang happened. From there, I got picked up for a national television show that was Chak De Bacche on 9X, and
Okay.
Salim Sulaiman was there in the jury, Ganesh Acharya was there, Raveena Tandon ji, she was
Raveena
there.
Tandon, so all
And
the famous personalities.
all these famous
So that was
people.
your second chapter of success. Matlab when
Correct.
at the
Television.
that
First television appearance, you can say.
Right.
So we were in Bombay for like 6 months. We were shooting, and
So how you felt?
I was like on the top of the
Yes, that's
and
good to be.
now 7, I just did my exam, 7th exams, and I went to Bombay for the shoot in March, mid or April,
Right.
I don't know, somewhere.
And
I
you
was
managed to give your exams and everything.
yes,
Your dad never said कि कोई बात नहीं exams रहने दो चलेगा.
My mom is like
Oh, that
No.
that furious rage.
I know.
She won't allow you.
my dad's cool enough.
Dads are always cool enough, and moms are always with that stuff, right?
But she's been very I mean,
And I feel that the particular sketch that the world is able to see as Hargun must have a lot of her hard work, lot of her dedication.
absolutely.
And
both
that
my
was
parents
not about
have-
strictness, which
Yes.
could actually mold her in a better human being. Right.
And then we went for the shoot. We did it for like 6 months, and
So you got the break, yet the break was supposed to come.
no, at 12, for child artists, that is the only thing that matters the most. कि ठीक है, you are visible, and
You
at
are
that
visible.
time we did not have YouTube. YouTube was not as big as it is today.
As
We
it
did
is
not
today.
have any OTT like a Netflix, or television was the only thing that people
Right.
watched.
Not with that many channels that we are having, the colors and all. I mean, all the
Colors was launched in the same year, I think.
It was launched at
हाँ,
the same year. She was
And
that knows the GK also better than me at least.
nahi, NDTV Imagine and Colors and these channels were launched at the same
Right.
time. So, but television was the only source of entertainment after movies or whatever.
After movies were.
So the visibility was a lot more than it is today.
Very
है ना?
true, very true.
And people
Family
recognize.
used to sit together
Correct.
and they used to sit.
They used
And
to
now
watch.
at present, if there are 5 people in the family, then the 5 different channels are being
Everyone is
observed
on
by.
their phone and
Yeah, and we have
Huh.
got the lot many good number of LCDs in everyone's room.
Correct.
That we at a time if someone is watching one channel, another is watching another channel, and we have also got the variety of channels.
channels and then your OTT and then your
Exactly.
phone and this and that. So because of that massive visibility that I got at that age, everyone, when I came back to Amritsar, everyone started recognizing me कि वो ही बच्चा ना, ये तो वही बच्चा
So
And
when Amritsar town, your own city had the hoardings of yours. What
I
was
know that was like an absolute
it was at the same time.
It was at the same time because those hoardings were for voting and stuff.
Voting and all.
And everyone had at that time had that spirit कि अपने शहर दे बच्चे ने
अपने शहर के बच्चे को vote करना है.
And
So your school must have voted.
Yes, I had a huge hoarding just outside my school, and DAV has a massive strength, as you know.
I agree.
And when I came back, everyone in the school recognized me. Even 12th the बच्चे तो लगे, pre-nursery the बच्चे सारे.
Everyone, Hargun, the star, is in our school.
And that was amazing, but unfortunately I could not concentrate in class कि कहाँ आ गए.
It happened.
It happened for like quite 3, 4, 5 days that
Okay.
I felt कि क्या हो गया.
क्या हो गया? क्या पढ़ा रहे? Science की मैम क्या पढ़ा रही है? Nothing ma'am. But yes, ma'am talked about my performance and I remember. But actually, what the formulas of the maths were doing at that time, the digits, what they were, they were roaming. That was all around her. But the aura she could spread because of her performance, and everyone was focused. So never mind, अगर वो नई भी formula समझ लगे, even the maths teacher was focused upon you and your performance at that time. So that was a good thing.
So 8th
Okay.
happened and I finished 8th somehow. Because
Okay.
I had to like rush through the syllabus.
Right.
Half of the year was already, it had gone by. So
Right.
in the half of it, I had to cover everything and, put myself to.
And your mama was not at all ready to do any sort of adjustment to the brains.
No, not at all.
She
She's
will
never.
not, and even she will not do it right now,
I know.
whatever she is pursuing.
Correct.
Now you are in what degree course?
I am doing my. I've applied for my PhD. So.
PhD.
Yes.
And I still remember, अगर इसके PhD में भी grades कम आए ना,
हाँ.
her mom will not leave her at all. And I know her in person, and she's a great mother with all the traits of डंडा वाली mother भी, प्यार वाली mother भी. But बिना डंडे के ये star नहीं बनना था इसने. That's the point. And I wouldn't get the chance that I am interviewing at Gurseema's Gup-Shup. That's wonderful.
Absolutely.
Okay.
Then after 8th I felt that कि पढ़ाई मतलब I just went to stay with my cousins and I
Right.
was going through one of his books. So I thought कि ये तो मुझे आता है, and he was doing his 10th preparation for his board
Okay.
exams.
And you
So
felt that whatever he's doing in class 10th,
हाँ.
I am quite acquainted
I'm quite
with that.
acquainted to
Okay.
because also the syllabus is quite similar 8th,
Right.
10th. So I went to my mom. I told her I want to go to 10th standard directly.
Directly.
Yeah, so she
हाँ.
said okay.
ये पहला बंदा होना यार, जो कहता है यार 2 छोड़ देते हैं, कोई बात नहीं, तो कहते हैं यार slowly and gradually ये भी एक थोड़ी सी delay हो जाता है next. So that was the point. You said so.
Yeah, I told her, and she was like, "Are you sure?" My parents have, always, they've never
So
said
they never
that.
doubted.
No.
They were very clear कि yes, if she is saying, she meant.
Correct. And I've always had an opinion in everything, no matter. I mean, the smallest of the decisions that we make at home.
Right.
Today, I'm, whatever, I'm 26, so today it's not a big deal. But even as a child, I always was allowed to have an opinion
Have
about
an opinion
everything.
And put your opinion in front of your parents.
I might be wrong, but they
But
can.
they allowed.
They
That
can
was the
correct me.
and I feel this is something very, very positive in building one's personality.
Absolutely.
Because once your parents they give you the space, they allow you. it doesn't mean, the line is always drawn. Ki yes, you
Absolutely.
will not, it doesn't mean that you will do anything, kuch bhi kar loge. But
Correct.
yes, you can put forward your opinion, your ideas, your
That's
dreams.
how you start thinking rationally, because then you
Exactly,
know
because
what
your
is-
parents can always see the ship of the life is once it's in their, they are the captain. They can always direct ki what waves are going to be furious for you.
Absolutely,
and
they
where
can.
you need to make a move and not. That's
But
fine.
they appreciated when I was right and they corrected me when I was wrong. That's it. But they always have. I really feel fortunate that they never have like
Okay.
asked me to shut up just because you're a child. No,
It wasn't.
it wasn't the
That's
case.
a good thing.
So
And another thing, I suppose, just been rationally being a very positive point, but we are having this first time at the Gurseema's Gup-Shup. It shouldn't have been there, parents have been there, but it's never that such a strong connection that child is saying ki yes, they have been good. So that's really nice.
that, and when I went to her and I told her ki, I really want to skip 9th standard. She was like, "Are you sure?" I said, "Yeah, I'm sure." So
Okay.
and
So
then
from 8th you directly pursued your 10th.
yes, and
Board exams.
Mama went to speak to Neera ma'am.
Neeraj Kumar, very principal.
And she said, "Are you sure?" I mean, I had already, when I got admission, I was underage.
Right.
And I had already got one double promotion, 3rd to 5th.
Third to fifth.
And she was like, she's already too young for 10th standard.
Young for 10th standard.
And I don't think, but if you say so,
Right.
because Neera ma'am and Mama, they have been colleagues. Mama was also teaching before I was born in DAV only.
Okay.
So,
So you are the mentor's, the teacher's
हाँ,
daughter.
correct.
Right. That's why she's never been excused. कि छोड़ दे class छोड़. इसीलिए तो ये मैडम डॉक्टर तक पहुंच गई है because there was no chance. I know her
I
mom.
never had a chance like that.
Okay.
And
मतलब
then-
ये नहीं कि सिंगर बन गई, स्टार बन गई, तो बेटा मास्टर्स कर ली बहुत है.
बहुत है.
She won't get that chance. She has to complete her doctorate.
Absolutely. And then luckily Neera ma'am also, she was very supportive. She said कि हाँ करो बेटा.
Okay.
And I thought कि चलो मम्मा पापा they might agree, but
Right.
it's hard for the principal or the teachers to accept कि something which is unconventional.
Unconventional.
So, but they were very supportive, touch wood, and then I got like 9.8 out of 10 CGPA, and
Okay.
then I was among the toppers.
Toppers.
And
So toppers, she's been the toppers thing ki right from that time. Okay.
after that, music at that time I was doing a bit
But
of
it wasn't that focused one.
No, it wasn't actually.
So what you thought, क्या डॉक्टर इंजीनियर बनना इतने नंबर लेकर क्या सोचा था?
नहीं, actually after 8th I had all that recognition, and I was performing here and there even through
Right.
my 10th standard, and last couple of months I went to the class to see कि कौन है class में.
अच्छा, ऐसा भी होता है.
So,
And I'm sure she scored. She must have scored, that 10th because board exams are, that is a big thing.
There were so many people who, told, I don't know if I should be saying this on camera, but they told my parents that you are over ambitious, not your child. I
Okay.
really felt bad, and
Okay.
and I mean, I really felt bad, and
But
it hurts.
for what reason they said so that you are over ambitious, But
कि your child is performing everywhere, and and in spite of that you want her to like skip 9th standard, which is 9th standard.
9th standard. 9th is considered
हाँ.
with the base of the 10th board exams,
Correct.
because you weren't able to pursue well.
So that I really felt bad about, but my parents have never paid heed to all of
They
that.
never paid it, so they were so
No.
positive. But
And
then somewhere,
it really hurts.
It hurt.
हाँ,
Yeah.
because it was
But then you must have, bounced back with the same force.
I wanted to, because
You
I
wanted
had to,
Okay.
tell
So
people.
then,
And then 10th and then 12th happened. I did commerce. I got a seat in SRCC in Delhi. I dropped it because I wanted to do music.
Okay.
And I knew somewhere that sailing in two boats is tough.
both is tough.
And SRCC is the best brains of the country.
Right.
So competing with them will anyhow demand a lot
Lot
of
of
hard
hard work.
and
So then ultimately you thought to get into that ship which is destined towards your dreams
correct. So I got admission in BBK for music.
for music.
And I was studying and I was performing in the youth festival here and there. In the middle of all of this, I had also, started learning with Bali sir,
Okay.
Shri Rohitasha Bali ji. So I was
Okay.
learning classical under like his guidance, and
Okay.
then I went to Voice of Punjab. That was after a break from television for like 4, 5, 6
4,
years.
5 years.
And
So Voice of Punjab was that
again, it was like again a start.
Again a chapter started
Huh.
related to your music.
Because I was studying and doing so much that I was doing music, not that I had left it.
Right.
I was learning also, but I was not doing it very seriously, or I was not taking, taking not being
But
able
then
to
the
take out
time
that
came, I'm switching on to the conversation, but the time came when at national level you got the recognition.
Correct.
Let's talk about that chapter.
Voice of Punjab, when I did, I went to the finale, and from there I was called for India's Got Talent. India's Got
India's Got
Yes.
Talent, that is IGT. IGT, we all know IGT, India's Got Talent. So
IGT was massive. Like I
it was
had
of course
never.
massive.
I was I was not very convinced with the idea of going to IGT, because there are people who are doing multiple, other things.
Other things, so not only
Singing
the music.
is not.
Singing is not the only
Huh.
field that you can
Huh.
mark your talent in front of everyone.
There is so much happening on IGT that to stand out amongst singers is, I think, still simpler, but to stand out amongst so much that is happening is I was
Okay.
very skeptical, but my dad said nahi jana hai.
IGT channel,
ja-
India's Got Talent, if you got the chance, you should go.
So
you went.
and I went there, I performed, I reached the grand finale. I got to meet so many people I never even dreamt of, like
And what was the number that you could, actually beat and reach to the over there?
I mean, there were thousands of people who auditioned for
Auditions
IGT.
ke baad,
Auditions.
once you were on that national television.
On the first round is out of like 400-500 acts, then they shortlisted to like 100 acts.
So then
and
finale, you reached the finale.
I reached the finale, and I got a chance to meet Amitabh Bachchan ji, Shah Rukh Khan ji, Madhuri Dixit.
Yeah, okay. So guys, you can well imagine, we both the stars. We've got many stars around. Okay.
Karan Johar ji and Kiran ma'am, Kiran Kher ji, Priyanka Chopra, so many people.
So many
and
people.
It was like it was an eye opener for me.
And how you felt the stars you see in the TV,
Correct. And to meet them face to face is
face to face
it's
and
surreal.
so closely, and
I'm very starstruck. Like when I come across someone, I'd be like,
your eyes twinkle like this, like a star, right?
So after that,
So any memorable moment that you have amongst all these stars that you have made, Kiran Kher, Priyanka Chopra, and all you have met?
So many moments. Actually, now that Priyanka Chopra, I admire her to another level. Priyanka Chopra,
okay.
because she's dominating the global entertainment in
Right.
a massive way. But even before that, at that time, she was doing Indian movies,
Okay.
Bollywood movies. But somehow I really like the aura of her. I
Right.
really like the
you
way.
appreciated her strength that you find were quite visible in her talent.
Absolutely. And then the day she had to come, I was very excited, but then I got sinus and stuff, and I was, I couldn't even speak that day. And it was a battle round. Like two of us had to compete, and everyone was coming to me, koi baat nahi beta, agli baar.
Acha.
Because I was in a very bad state. I was not well. I had high grade fever. And
Okay, but
everyone
still you
thought
pursued
कि
the-
क्या गाएगी.
Acha.
And even I had lost hopes, to be very honest, because I
Acha.
was pathetically in a bad condition.
Okay.
So, but I felt really bad कि आज तो प्रियंका चोपड़ा, and
I will not able to give that
हाँ.
best one,
I was
performance.
really and when that happened, I really think it was all I don't know. It is the divine energy that sometimes helps you, comes there and does everything for you and goes away. I couldn't have done it, and she
Okay.
stood up for me, and I won that battle. Imagine.
Yes. Okay, huge round of applause and Priyanka, you must have got some standing ovations and people were like all the claps, the sound,
I know.
all these stars around you with a huge round of applause. Ki, yes, you did it.
Absolutely, and that day was amazing. And
Okay.
obviously, reaching grand finale, meeting Mr. Bachchan, and the aura that he carries is,
Right.
I don't have words
Okay.
for that. So,
So when you met Mr. Amitabh Bachchan, so do you remember anything, any words that you, the conversation, the what sort of thing you?
There was hardly any conversation because he came to the set only for 2 hours and everything had to be done
Have
in
to that okay.
in those 2 hours.
But then again, it was a
We
privilege
had
for
to,
you
we got all the finalists, all of us got a chance to like dance with him at
That
the
was-
end, and that
okay,
was
okay,
the
right,
moment.
right.
And after that, after IGT, I got a chance to like perform pan India abroad also.
Okay.
And that's where it started professionally for me actually.
Okay.
And
When you so that was the time when you took the music seriously.
absolutely, that is where I also started enjoying to practice. Pehle, it was not,
I mean, you
I-
were not regular with your
I was
riyaz.
not
You were not
regular.
that, keep taking your lessons.
Uh-huh.
Being an early riser and what all that.
I'm none
decisions.
of that.
But it happened to be that you got blessed you with all that things,
Absolutely.
right? So
And
your parents' blessings, they are concerned towards your this passion, carved that beautiful journey that we all are
100%,
listening.
100%. And
Okay.
then I went to Bombay after completing my graduation. I went to Mumbai and I did my masters there,
Right.
IFL there. I
Right.
learned Gujarati and Marathi because I was staying where I was putting up. The community was all Gujarati. So
Acha, you learned Gujarati also.
yeah, and then at my university, everyone was a Maharashtrian. So I also used to get my notes in Marathi. So
You would get the alphabets of Marathi?
Marathi is written like Hindi in Devanagari script.
Okay.
But I had to like learn to speak and understand what they said.
Okay.
And initially it was tough, but then
you managed to.
I managed to because my best friend happens to be from Ratnagiri, which is a town in Maharashtra, in the
Maharashtra,
Konkan
okay.
belt. So we
What's the name of her?
Sneha.
Sneha.
So she
So
learned.
thanks to Sneha, who so different beautiful shades made
Absolutely.
you with all the languages, acquainted to the languages.
She has she learned Punjabi and
Acha,
yeah.
that was the exchanging of the cultures.
Culture.
Punjabi got acquainted to the Maharashtrian culture and the one from the Maharashtra got acquainted to the Punjabi.
And
Right.
eventually I won a Marathi show also because now I knew the language. I could sing in
Okay.
Marathi.
So you won the show in
Yeah.
Marathi also.
And
Okay.
I sang for a couple of Marathi movies and daily soaps also in Maharashtra on Z Yuva. There's a channel, Marathi channel of Z that's called Z
So
Yuva.
at that time it was like clear ki yeah, Hargun is a star.
Yeah, partially. I mean, not star, but yes.
Yet that time was to come.
Yes, and then from there I went to The Voice.
The voice.
The Voice was also.
It was the voice of
Yeah, The Voice India it is called, and
The
it was
Voice India, right.
telecast on Star Plus
Star Plus.
in 2019. So there I
And you felt that you used to see Star Plus serials at that time, and when you find that at the same Star Plus, TV is capturing your glimpse, so that must be a very very goosebumps वाली feeling कि नहीं?
it
कि you
was
expected नहीं यार मेरे को आने था क्या हुआ यहाँ पर if that the different daily soaps are coming, but then again it gonna capture your glimpse also one time.
nahi, but it was a very wonderful journey in terms of being a learning experience and
Right.
also as an exposure. Like
Okay.
people get to know you again
Yes.
when you're on the national television. I
Right.
got to meet Rahman sir, and that was like a tick mark in my bucket list.
Okay.
And I got to meet Asha ji.
Asha ji.
And that was another tick mark in my bucket list. And I went up to the grand finale, won most of the titles for performer of the day in the show. And again, it was amazing. I learned a lot about
And who
how
were your all judges when you reached the grand finale? Any?
the coaches, the show has coaches and not judges as per the
Okay.
format. So
Okay.
we had Harshdeep Didi, we
Okay.
had Arman Malik, we
Arman
had
Malik.
Kanika Kapoor ji, and
Okay.
we had Adnan Sami.
Okay. So I mean, these are all the again the star, the quite a massive, with the massive aura.
Absolutely.
So it was like something, Hargun, you felt ki someone need to pinch you, it's happening.
I know, actually. And when there were two people who had to be chosen by Rahman sir, and I had not expected
You
honestly.
never expected ki you will.
Because everyone was doing good,
Okay.
And at that stage in the competition, you can't say कि नहीं इसको गाना नहीं आता उसको. Everyone is
Everyone
best
is
out.
giving the best,
And
that was the point.
when he said my name, I was speechless and I couldn't move for a while.
You asked Mr. Rahman ki sir क्या ऐसा क्या मुझे भी बता दो so that I could take the powers.
And I fell on my knees literally. It's also I have the video also.
television.
So
Okay.
and that moment is amazing and will always be cherished.
That was when the main, that made a very, very clear aura of yours, not only in Punjab but in the country all around, that yes, she's the star coming from Punjab, from Amritsar.
Probably yes, but the journey continues.
Journey continues. We need to see more of the colors here. But then you're talking about the stars, like you said, they were quite modest, because when we talk about A.R. Rahman, when we talk with the names, Asha ji, I mean, these are such as you said, massive personalities. So they all were very generous towards you. They were
Absolutely.
all appreciating your skills.
I
They
know.
were appreciating your voice, your music. So it means that you actually were star, you are star, and we expect more to be in coming times.
I think it's all God's grace and
It's all God's grace. So what was the reaction of your mom and dad at that time?
they were very happy. Actually,
very happy?
Very happy. Papa came only for the grand finale. He could not come for the rest of the shoots. Mama was there in the semi-finale when Rahman sir
Okay.
said my name and stuff. And they were really, really happy. And when I see that sort of a happiness in their eyes, I
On the
really
faces
feel.
you feel ki,
I really
yes,
feel
I have done
satisfied.
something right, or adequate right is done by me, so that my parents could, smile.
I know.
Their smile could glitter, could, actually sparkle beautifully.
Absolutely.
So that was the time when you said ki, yes, Hargun was already declared as a star. Then, anything.
Then I was performing in 2019 all through the year,
Right.
here and there,
Right,
pan
right,
India.
right.
Then COVID happened to
Then
all of
COVID
us.
happened, it was a pause.
It was a pause, and for the entertainment industry was the worst hit industry,
Worst
obviously,
industry, very true.
because people were struggling to just survive, and entertainment
true.
is something which comes, that's not part of anyone's priority.
Right.
So I was just learning. We were at home. I came back to Amritsar, started
Right.
staying with my family, and we were just, we were just praying to be, together and
Together
healthy.
and okay and with good health.
Absolutely. COVID has.
COVID has taught us lot many things.
Lot many things.
It actually COVID family को एक साथ बैठना सिखा गया.
Correct.
COVID फैमिली को एक दूसरे की वैल्यू और वो टाइम की वैल्यू सिखा गया कि what actually the value of time is when you sit together and have a cup of tea, when you sit together and watch any of the daily soap, whatever, hardly matters whatever is going on, but at least you are sitting together.
That's
the giggles that you share and all the good things for that you dare, so it's always
Then I mean that was a pause, but that was also very empowering. That was also
empowering, the learning
revealing
phase for all of us, I
for all of
suppose.
us.
Right.
Musically also and otherwise. 21 was a little tough because like my grandmom was not well, and then she passed in June.
Okay.
So
God
and
bless the departed soul, but then she must be very close to you.
yeah, obviously, and it was very traumatic all
So
through.
you took some time to come out of it.
it obviously takes
Obviously, I do agree, but then it sometimes it happens.
Even today, we used to. I've stayed in Bombay for 5 years. My mama used to stay with me.
Right.
Papa was here and Dadi Ma was here, obviously.
Right.
And now that we have to go out, Mama says all the time, कि we've never locked the house.
I agree.
And
that's always the privilege once we have the elders at home.
Correct.
They are not the guards, but yes, they guard our lives.
Correct.
They guard our emotions, they guard our smiles. They are such a protective shield. Yes, we feel better, but that's more than enough for us.
Correct. And I had my granddad till I was like 16. When he passed like 10 days before my 12th exams.
Okay.
And so we've always been together, and there's obviously a void that
there is a void. You
can
felt
never
that
be filled.
There is something emptiness is.
Correct.
And still, yes, of course, it can never be filled. That's true.
But the show must go on.
Yes,
we are trying
the show must go on.
And
so, present scenario mein, let's say what your because your education and your music field. So, what ultimate aim you have? If we have another episode, if I am, still God gives me the more days to live, and after a couple of years, again we could have. She's married, she's had a beautiful girl, and then but what else? ये किसी ने नहीं बोला होगा कि मैंने बोल दिया because but then what you see that in coming years, what is that particular thing you would like to achieve as far as the music is concerned? Any particular dream? Because you have already been to good journey. You have covered a good number of chapters in it. People know you, the name and fame you have, and the very good channels as you talking about the stars, Mr. Bachchan, and the very, very melodious singers, renowned singers are acquainted with you. But then, what is the ultimate? कहीं ये दिमाग के खान में ये है जो you would like to achieve.
Something that I really manifest and something that I really see is,
right.
10,000 people singing all of my songs, my songs.
Okay, your songs.
Yes. So
it's like your song here means it's versed by you, or it's the voice, only the voice?
My voice, my composition.
My voice, my composition, and 10,000 people, and I'm getting the goosebumps. If after a decade, I'll be interviewing her again, so I can say, oh yes, Miss Hargun, 10,000 people singing your composition. How are you feeling presently? That would be really nice.
Absolutely.
More you see, you can imagine my smile and her smile, and I feel those who appreciate music and appreciate Hargun would really, manifest what exactly we want to convey.
Absolutely.
Chale, the time is running. We have to wind up. Anything else to share? कुछ ऐसी बात जो रह गई हो, गपशप में कर दी तो हो जाए.
बहुत सारी actually.
We can have this series of episodes. My cameraman Varinder Singh, who actually directs something, I'm taking his name first time in my show, but he's showing that mobile. The time is, but still I'm saying it's okay. आज जाने दो. आज सबसे वालों को दिल कर रहा है, so I'm not going to stop it. So anything else?
It doesn't feel like an interview. It just feels like
it's not an interview. It's a Gup-Shup, यार. लोगों ने रखा है हमने पहले Gup-Shup. It's a Gup-Shup. So anything else? I don't want to. I'm not interrupting, but as I asked that ultimate dream wala wo concept I would like to know, and rest whatever you would like to share.
Ultimate dream is recently the district administration has made me the brand ambassador of Beti Bachao Beti Padhao.
Okay,
so
that's the positive thing. So you are the ambassador of this project, Beti Bachao Beti Padhao, and I being connected to an mission background, mission background, yes, of course. It's always a social cause. Always trigger me more comparatively to any other thing, because I feel there is a need.
I don't think. I'm capable of doing doing even 1% of what you are doing, and I'm not saying that to flatter you, but the world knows. Everyone knows.
I hope the world gonna know. Gup-Shup, Gurseema's Gup-Shup, and to my I have a great respect to the NGO and the founders of my NGO, so that Amarpreet Singh ji and Mrs. Preeti
Absolutely.
Kaur, my entire board of directors, my entire team, executive committee, my all the teachers, faculty, and all my students. 500 children are taking education. Each and every student who's who gonna watch her interview, I am grateful. Yes, it's because of your hard work that she is actually quoting the example of Mushindi.
No, that's something which the day I was called for this brand ambassador thing, I did not know.
Acha.
I just knew that even mama papa did not know. They just told me कि आपको honor करेंगे,
Acha.
And I went there and I saw this hoarding with my picture and all of this written, and it took me a moment to digest.
So again, it was again a pride feeling. Yes, you are,
Yes.
as a
But I
as
really
a ambassador
admire-
for this positive cause.
For such a trivial cause that the society, so many people, so many girls,
Very true.
they come
And
to me.
though we are, Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao, all these focus, we have been working on it, but still, if you see the data, if you see the ratio, still our state is lacking behind.
Absolutely, it is.
And see, she's a daughter.
Mm.
She's been, she has got that, that star's privilege. So what you thought to proceed with this?
With this, I think you are my role model, and I really
I need to, what my elders used to say when I used to get something, I used to say something, they said हाँ बोलो और क्या लिखना शुरू कर देते, and I actually don't know that action very well, but
not at all.
Whatever you have done and you have achieved, that's
separate, and that's
अच्छा,
immaterial
ठीक है,
for
that's separate.
even if if any artist is a public person, so I am in the public eye, and whatever I might do or say will affect people. I know I have that
Right.
power, and I really want to use it in the
righteous way,
in the most constructive way, so that I don't know if at all I would be able to teach 500 people, or make their lives better places, but
it's all with the effort because of the best wishes of all the people around. Otherwise, it's not possible. If she's talking about NGO missionary, it means yes, somewhere missionary is in her prayers, and that's the reason why missionary.
It has been ever since. And that day, when I am proud to be associated for a lot of time with mission. I mean, it has been 15 years, as we said. That day also, the first thing that I thought was, because it was a very connected sort of a campaign, Mission Deep and Beti. I mean,
I agree.
You are only talking about like the girl child, and I really aspire to bring about that change. I alone cannot, but I feel gender is a spectrum, and it's not opposite forces trying to compete or clash or anything.
Exactly, very true. She's right in the words.
And it's not gender equality we talk about, and we as females are talking about gender equality, but gender equality is not a female fight, it's a human fight.
It's a human fight, very true. And I feel somewhere in this fight, it's always a woman who is actually trying to create that somewhere negative effects, not always, but somewhere around, because when you always prefer a male domain, when you always prefer a son to be there, it means you are actually making all the females many yards behind in the journey.
Absolutely. And I think when maybe when I'm in a better place from today, I really hope to do so much for all the girls that are around me, and I just pray for a better place for every girl.
It's not because when we talk about especially the girls from the rural areas, we are privileged that our parents love us, but it's not.
That's not the case.
Because you have been chosen as a ambassador for this, so I agree that you know that how sensitive this issue is.
In the entertainment especially, I mean, in that industry, it's very hard for the girls. They are doing amazing. They are doing tremendous at their craft, at their talent, whatever they are doing.
Right.
But it's hard for them to get accepted and recognized and
Recognized.
leave known appreciated तो बहुत दूर हो गया ना तो
Very true.
so in that case if at all I could be a drop in the ocean, I would like to be that drop in the ocean.
It's wonderful. And first of all, I would like to congratulate her that because yes, she was already to the entertainment world, but then this social and noble cause, as you said, and God has given you that, that platform also where you can actually campaign, where you can actually raise your voice in it. So that would be a wonderful thing. So it was great to have you at Gurseema's Gup-Shup, and I feel I can have this series of episodes with you. And it's very rare, I feel, when I have said this thing in couple of the guests, of course, I do mean it, but then it's rare, and every time when I say, I actually feel there is a lot more to explore from, getting, I need to dive in to your
We
personality.
can chat for 8 hours more straight.
We can chat for 8 hours more, and my cameraman can always imagine that how many episodes. It's been more than 5 times he has shown me the time. 5 minutes. And I said,
Good.
one second, it's coming up going, jane do, let it be like this. Because when girls talk, I don't know who listens. But yes, when
We
girls
had fun.
talk, we had fun. We had enough of fun. Chalo, before we wind up, let's listen to a song. कोई अच्छा सा song हो जाए.
Let's sing Ashine that I sang.
Ashine, yes.
For,
It reminds me of the time.
तूफानों को छीन के मंजिलों को छीन ले आशाएं खिले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी आशाएं खिले दिल की उम्मीदें हंसे दिल की अब मुश्किल नहीं कुछ भी नहीं कुछ भी. Thank you.
Then once again, we did Asha. That was
आशाएं आशाएं आशाएं.
Yes, I wanted to listen to this. It was wonderful, and I could have that memorable time. So thank you so much, Hargun. Thanks to all the viewers of Gurseema's Gup-Shup and of the channel Gurseema Kaur. Hope to see you soon for the next episode, Gurseema's Gup-Shup, with another gem. Yes, I'm a bit biased. I'm gender biased. I'm getting gender. Always the more of the female personalities. But I feel so happy when I see their flourishing colors. And I hope you will enjoy. Do share this episode, and let's share the empowerment around making the Punjab more powerful state and more positive environment for girls to soar high in the sky. Thank you so much. Take care. Thank you, Hargun.
Thank you, Didi.